What's going on, people? I'm just gonna put this here so I can feel more natural right now. Okay, guys. I'm outside right now just drinking some tea on this awesome bench at my mom's house. Enjoying the sun. It's been raining for like the past week now. Past week, week and a half, maybe two. I've lost track of time. And I was just thinking about God. I was thinking about God. I was thinking about God today. And I've had more of the awakening or the idea as well that this is my beliefs, and this is my experiences, and this is what I've learned and experienced as well. Spirituality journeys are really, you can learn things. You can learn how to maybe go get an awakening, or you can learn things about, opening up your third eye and stuff like that. You can learn these things, but you never, like, the thing with spirituality is, like, you never know, you can't fully say until you've experienced it. Like, I can be like, oh, well, there's no such thing as coincidences. That's a belief, but it's not a hardened belief. You know what I mean? It's something I want to believe in, but it's not like I've experienced it. Like, wow, they're right. There is no such thing. Like, oh my gosh. And that's like a lot of things with people on their spiritual journey. Because if you don't understand what I'm saying, a lot of people just look at me and they're like, this guy's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But most of the time, those people are up here a lot. They think. They think a lot. That's our whole society. We're a bunch of thinkers. We're really in our head. We think about what God is. We think about what God is instead of feeling what God is. We think about it. We try to conceptualize it and comprehend what God is. So I made a Bible and we talked about God as in a human way. Like, we even gave him a fucking personality. Like, and it was because the Old Testament, he's like this vengeful God, and in the New Testament, he's all about love. So somewhere the message got mixed up. I think Jesus was trying to explain that shit, and a lot of stuff. The Bible's 2,000 years old, right? Maybe older, and then there's passages too. So it's all these stories that have been put together and stuff. And don't get me wrong, you can get a lot from the Bible. I still am reading the Bible and still am learning from the Bible, but I don't take everything in the Bible from face value, you know. But yeah, we definitely. I have read The Power of Now recently, and that really opened up my eyes a lot more on how the insanity of thought that we do think all of the time. We really do, and we're not actually. Most of us are not present, and I'm working on that. I'm trying to work on that every day, being present, focusing on my breathing, focusing on my hand being on this T, focusing on the now, because that's all there is and ever was. It's like I'm getting it more and more. I'm starting to get like, oh, that's what it means by time does not exist. In that sense, time is an illusion. Time is real, yes, because that's the only way we can comprehend like just the passage of I can't of moments, right? Of moments. Time is the only word I could think of. But in the sense of like, all it is just a bunch of now moments that are creating the now. But that now hasn't come yet. This is the now. This is the only thing that's literally happening right now. Now we can visualize, right? I can sit down and visualize what I want my now to be later. Wow, I'm starting to get that even more now. Manifesting. So I can visualize the now, and then I slowly get into that now more and more and more and more. So let's say I want to be a millionaire, and I'm visualizing, I'm doing affirmations, and I'm taking the moves to get me into that now, and then bam, now I'm a millionaire. Whoa, I'm in that now. Obviously I'm not in that now yet. Now. Anyways, but I was thinking about God, though, right? And, we've all, maybe not all of us, but we've had experiences with God. And I'm just thinking about how, they talk about, and I've had just kind of realizations too, like, holy shit, I'm God. But then, like, when you say God, right, you think of And it's hard because a lot of us has that stigma of what we were raised by in the Christian sense of God being this almighty and he makes all of that. But I think more God, you can switch up the words, man. Like people use universe, I start to use consciousness because that makes more sense to me in the terms of word. It's like Allah, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's the same fucking thing. Fucking the Jews, the Christians, and the Muslims all praise the same fucking God. They always praise the same Almighty God. It's just named differently. Now their history and their prophets are different, definitely, yes. But they all praise the same God. It is everything. It is all. It is one. So, they say in the Bible that. Oh, I've been told a lot of stuff too. My dad is really big into the Bible, but God basically made humans because He was bored, right? But then that does make sense, but in the sense of more like, well, it makes more sense that God is actually it is everything, consciousness, like this bowl right here, right? It's weird to say that this bowl is God, right? That's weird. It's odd to say. So this bowl is consciousness. This bowl is a bunch of atoms vibrating together to make this bowl, right? And what are those atoms? All those atoms are conscious, all right? And some consciousness gets put into human beings and animals where we have nervous systems and all that stuff and brains, right? This bowl can't feel pain. This bowl is not going to see the future and the past. This bowl is not going to remember things. You know what I mean? This bowl has no wants or goals or anything like that. It just is. It just is. It just is like this tree. This tree just is. But this tree is alive in the sense of what we think aliveness is, right? Because this bowl will never die. This bowl can never die, but it's consciousness. When it evaporates, then what? Then that consciousness goes back into just being conscious. It just is. It's never gonna actually fade away. Like never. Now with us, I'm starting to get the illusion of life and death. I'm starting to understand that a little bit more. I guess you can never fully understand until you die, but in the sense of like, we only believe in life and death because we are seeing everything on the pure physical, you know what I mean? Yes, my body does live, and then my body does die. My body lives, and then my body dies, but my true being and essence will never fade away. I will just go, I don't know where the fuck I'll go. I guess just go back into consciousness, And, so I don't really know what the main topic I was trying to get here. I'm just kind of talking right now. I'm gonna start doing that a little bit more. I want to put out some more just content to speak my mind. So if God is experiencing Himself through everything, so isn't that crazy? Radical oneness, right? Everything just is one. I mean, we are all one. We are all one, straight from the source, right from the Big Bang. We have the illusion of separation through physicalness, but technically, even in the physical, we're not separated. Think about it. I am standing on this planet Earth, right? And my mom's in the house, right? That house is connected to the ground. That the ground is connected to the trees, that word trees and stuff like that. We're all connected. I just can't see her through there. We're separated. Physically, we're separated. But here comes the source, the Big Bang. Right? Here's the Big Bang. I don't know what it was before that. Here's the Big Bang. We came from all of that. We came from the Big Bang. Human beings, we came from the Big Bang, right? We came from this Big Bang. The cosmos, the stars, and the planet. You know what I mean? It wasn't us and then the planet. It was the planet, and then animals, other animals, life forms started to exist, trees and all that shit, the water and all that. Then humans started to come out. Because I used to not like the theory of evolution, because I was more like, I guess, had a Christian kind of God kind of way I looked at things. But now the theory of evolution makes a lot of sense. Like, I believe that, yeah. Why not? It's just God experiencing Himself and growing. And then humans come along. You know what I mean? However we came along, but we came along. We came along, and then we, for somewhat, were gifted with this intelligence and consciousness. So we can be aware of both. We can be aware of being aware. Like, that's insane. But my point I'm trying to say is that we came from that. We came from the earth, bro. We are earthlings. We are not separate. You know what I mean? Like, all these animals out here and shit like that, we treat them awful, a lot of us. We kill them. we fucking just we eat them and shit like that. I'm not trying to preach at y'all and become a vegan, because I'm slowly trying to get there. You know what I mean? But it's just like we we don't see that we're all earthlings, bro. Even the lions that'll eat your face off, they're still earthlings, bro. You know, it's just like we don't see it like that. We think we're the earth revolves around us and shit like that. Um, but isn't it so? Anyways, it's like saying this tea is God. It's so weird saying God, right? But let's say this tea is consciousness, this cup is consciousness, and I is consciousness and drinking myself. Myself has a taste to it. But that's the thing. That's the thing though too. That's going on the pure consciousness side. The reality is, physicalness is real, bro. It's real. People always like, oh, reality is an illusion. It's an illusion. It is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Society in the Matrix, the society we live in is a fucking illusion, but it's also real because we make it real. Just like the physicalness, right? God's consciousness, the consciousness is able to make physical matter, thus making it real. This is real. I can feel that. That's real. You know what I mean? Whatever your definition of real is. But on a purely consciousness state, this is me, God, drinking myself. Damn, myself tastes great. But on a pure physical, and then we have labels for all this stuff, so that we can comprehend it more. It is, I mean, imagine if we got rid of all the labels. Well, imagine if we never had labels. I had no clue what this was. I had no clue what clue is. And I'm just looking at it, and I'm just, physically, I'd feel like this isn't a part of me. But consciously, maybe I'd be like, this is me. I don't know. I don't know. But, it's a wild world. But yeah, so, but physically we are real, right? We're real. We are, this is real. The physical thing is, this is a cup. There is tea in here. That's what we call it. We call this a cup, this object a cup, and this tea. And I, as Evan Capo, as the physical essence of Evan Capo, which is also an illusion. There is no Evan Capo. That was just a name given to me as a child. There is no Evan Capo. There is none of that. There is no coffee cup. There is no tea. It just is. It just is. I just am. I'm just being right here now. But in order to function, I guess, and comprehend our lives, we have names. I don't know why, but we have names. We have names. So I, Evan Capo, as the physicalness of Evan Capo, am going to drink this tea, and it is going to go in my physical body, and it does affect my physical body. Now, if I'm over here drinking Mountain Dew, and I'm like, well, this is all an illusion, you know, this physicality is all an illusion, that Mountain Dew is still going to have not a good effect on my illusion body, right? No, because it's real, it's physical, it's actually going to have effect. So the physical plane, to me, yes, it's as real as the conscious plane and the mental plane. Now it depends on what you want to identify with, right? Our thoughts are real. Like, our thoughts are real, but it doesn't mean our thoughts are us. You know what I mean? I had a thought. That was real. That happened. I had a thought. Whatever the thought was, it was real and it happened. But it doesn't mean I need to identify with my thought. It doesn't mean that I have to become my thought. I don't have to, I'm a poop head? Oh, shit, what if I'm a poop head? And, poop head, dang it. And then I started identifying with it, and then, fuck, now I feel like a poop head. You know what I mean? I don't have to do that. That coming back into myself and just feeling myself and being present and feeling your being. Eckhart totally talks about this in his book too, and I've experienced it, and it's just magical. And Jim Carrey, I try to get back there. I laugh at that when he says that, because I understand now, you know, I get it. But it's just like, it's like feeling that essence, not thinking like, oh, this is the being I'm talking about. No, feeling it. I felt that being of just being, and I was like, whoa. I realized, like, damn, I am. How could you all these are thoughts, but me just being, not thinking, being. You can't judge that. You can't judge this being. You can't judge it. You can mentally, You can mentally, but like it's hard to explain. You know what I mean if you've experienced it, and you're just being. It's this vibration inside of you. It's not. I feel like it's good, but it's like you can't be like you're stupid, you're dumb. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say to it. It just is. It just is. That's what I'm saying. You can say anything you want to it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. My mind makes it matter. My mind makes it matter. This is very off subject, but like I said, I'm just kind of just talking and stuff. But yeah, so, but yeah, our brains make that shit matter. Our brains make it matter. And then we think about it and you're like, am I stupid? That's a thought. Am I stupid? Because if you're just being, you're not thinking about it. You're like, you want it? You just drinking my tea. Maybe that's what makes us human, is thinking, though. You know what I'm saying? Because our thoughts are, and it terms our personality and all that stuff. Because when I'm just being, if I'm free from thought, that's pure God right there. That's pure the spirit. See, now that's what I'm confused by too. Because I believe that we are all God. We are not gods. I mean, I guess if you want to label that, you could become gods in a sense, but you can't be the Almighty. I mean, you are the Almighty, but you're not going to have the abilities and powers of the Almighty. That's all that shit I'm still trying to figure out. Now, what I'm also trying to figure out is, so yes, if we are all the same, we're all one. But then there is different levels of energy and different spirits and stuff like that, and spirituality. So my past lives, you know what I mean? So like, who was I in my past life? And are my thoughts contributing to that spirit and make it one? You know what I'm saying? Because you affirm like I'm not my mind, I'm not my body, I'm spirit, which is also true. But at the end of the day, you were one. You are all of that. I'm my mind, my body, and my spirit. That's what I believe. You don't have to identify with your mind, body, and spirit, or you can make your spirit the more dominant force within this temple. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm still trying to figure out a lot of stuff too, and I'm still on that journey. And I'm probably gonna end this because I think my phone is gonna stop in a second. But yeah, honestly, if you guys, whoever sees my video and is interested in this stuff, drop a comment below and tell me how you feel about God and what your views are on spirituality, and if you are on your spiritual journey right now, let me know not exactly, but let me know like where your journey's been at. Where's your journey at? Right now my journey is, I've had a wild journey. I can make another video about that. But yeah, tell me what your journey's been like. Tell me your views on God, consciousness, the universe, whatever. And maybe we can have like a dialogue, which would be cool. So yeah, I know this video is all over the place, but like I said, I was just kind of rambling on my thoughts, my day thoughts, and yeah. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Camera off. Smells amazing. I was living in LA a little bit before this, and damn, am I more appreciative of nature.